it's one thing for you to have an intelligent critique of where somebody's at in their career or what they've done.
If you could give me a reason why.
Exactly. But if you're just going to sit there and say, like, man, that fool trash. Like, remember the Wretch tweet about Wale? I mean, you know, like, that's super offensive because it just takes somebody and reduces them to a fucking punchline. And I don't like to do that. If I'm going to talk bad about somebody, I'm going to give you my real, actual analysis of how I think that they're doing. And then if I see them and they say, hey, why'd you say that about me? I want to be able to say, nah, that was really like what I felt about that situation. I wasn't like lying or exaggerating or anything. I wasn't trying to get attention. That's really what I thought about that situation. And if they want to scrap about that, then it is what it is. But I mean,
exactly.
You know, I want to be able to stand on that for myself personally.
I haven't personally ran into that problem yet of like somebody. I've had just weird people just come up and be like, yeah, tell that nigga Adam stop being a culture vulture. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let me call Adam right now. It's like 3 a.m. I'm in Atlanta. Let me call Adam right now and just tell him you said this random guy came and said that.
Remember the first like real conversation me and you had? Like I was telling you like, bro, we gotta like stand for something, and we gotta be able to, you know, talk about shit, bro, without having to disrespect people. Like it's the way that you put this shit out there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, we could say something on here, bro, that somebody may take and kill themselves tomorrow, bro.
I mean, think about
or try to come kill one of us.
When Joe Budden started doing that fucking everyday struggle shit, he went in crazy on Eminem. Said exactly what he thought about Eminem. I do not doubt for even a little bit that Joe Budden meant everything he was saying about Eminem. And a lot of the things he was saying there were basically like things that everybody says about Eminem behind closed doors. Then he wilded out on Yachty. He like really actually let Yachty know that he thought that he was a shitty businessman, which does not appear to be the case in the long run. Yachty seems like he's doing just great for himself. But I mean, like Joe Budden in that moment just decided like, fuck it, I'm going to just be myself. I'm going to really just let loose.
Let him have it.
And I mean, he kind of like got his lesson taught to him within like a month or two because it just sort of like seemed like it was just going to be such a nightmare. Like if you make that decision, though, to be like a voice about the culture and then just not involve yourself in the culture at all, you could do that like the fucking Hip Hop Daily fool.
Yeah.
We
still don't know.
He don't give a fuck about being famous or being known or building a brand at all. He's just getting his money. You know, he don't want nobody to know who he is, and he getting it on. And I respect it because
one of his recent videos, it sounded like somebody else.
Really?
It sounded like a different voice.
Well, I kind of feel like he hired a voice actor, and it's just somebody writing those things.
But that's kind of like
I don't know that.
The beauty in these videos was like when you don't know who the person is.
Yeah, like
they can say whatever the They can say whatever the fuck they want to say.
You can do the clickbait shit because I've seen the Hip Hop Daily thing, like how Yo Gotti escalated the murderous Young Dolph beef or whatever, like completely. And I see other channels that are even worse, just really trying to make it sound like they have real evidence that Yo Gotti ordered the Young Dolph hit. It's like, bro, this is so irresponsible for you guys to just hint at that, even though there is nothing that we know of. And who knows? Maybe we end up finding out that that's exactly what happened. Who knows?
Who knows?
It's just super irresponsible to be putting that shit out. And everybody does it. You see, like, the way all these different channels are trying to figure out who killed Dolph, and look at this picture of this guy at this gas station.
That whole thing
I ain't gonna lie.
Crazy.
I'm impressed.
They're doing the police works for them.
Very impressive. Very, very much. I was
laid up in the hospital literally watching hours of just random people putting together this nigga sneaker. He was wearing this Bass Pro Shops hat. Look at this guy wearing a Bass Pro Shops hat. Like, this is the same car. Like, all types of crazy shit. Like,
man,
they were analyzing the fuck out of that situation.
Y'all have listened to Dolph in your life, but that was one of my favorite rappers, to be totally
same.
That shit, man. Like, that shit really hurts.
I've been seeing some like
I didn't think it was real.
Dope ass interviews, bro, that he did, bro. They're they're servicing right now. Like today I seen one.
He did some charity shit right before, like his last interview right before he got killed was some charity shit.
Bro, this nigga OT sent me a clip of him today, right? I've never, like, usually like a lot of artists be like, I don't pay for features, I don't do this and do that. That nigga said, nigga, I used to pull up on these rappers. I run into them, I go, hey, what you want? He said, I have a bag full of racks for them, whether 30K, 40K and shit like that.
That's fine.
Like, and it was the way that he said it was like, nigga, that's bullshit right there. That's player like, nigga, I'm making this bread here. I believe in myself. Here's the fucking money. Let's do the record and shit like that. And I'm like, damn, if he didn't have that mentality, he probably wouldn't have been where he was at.
He talks on his record so much about what's gonna happen after he dies. Told my son when I die, he's gonna be a rich little bastard. You know, like there's so much The other night, I was listening to the fucking Role Model album, which to me was always my favorite Dolph album. And there's so many moments that I was just thinking about from the perspective of his kid, like growing up, becoming a man, listening to his dad's music and thinking about what kind of man he was. And I mean, he just like left so much like instructions in there and like really like telling his fucking kids like who he was and stuff. And I mean, I could say about Dolph, I've been around him, I think 3 times. When we did the interview and he showed up hella fucking late and he was leaned out of his mind and we didn't really get anywhere in the interview with Key Glock. The other time was when I was leaving the gym in the morning at the Sofitel Hotel where I used to work out, and I walk out into the fucking front thing at the hotel, the lobby thing, and he's posted up in an SUV, drinking lean. It's noon. He hasn't gone to bed yet. Him and Key Glock are still smoking woods in the fucking valet area of the hotel. Big juice cups. They have not gone to bed yet at noon. They were just in the studio or some shit. And the other time, I was with him when he went out on stage at Rolling Loud and everything. Oh, fuck. I think I did an interview with him for Rolling Loud, and I don't know if it ever came out. I should try to get that. But either way, man, that shit just, I don't know. He was just the real deal. Southern fucking gentleman. Every time I've been around him, just the realest dude. And I don't know, man. Shit just hurts. Like, just such a bum out. Like, I got off of therapy. Like, and she kind of like was like saying some shit about, you know, she's always trying to make me think like, oh, all these people you know who died, like it's fucking you up in the head and you don't even realize it. She's always saying shit like that. I get off fucking therapy, open my phone, I got 10 text messages that say Dolph just got shot and killed. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. This is quite the profession. Yeah,
like it's almost to the point to where like you don't believe it sometimes, but then it's like you like it happens so often
it's just such a bummer seeing so many fucking great artists and legends and just cool ass people that you meet just get taken out the world so early.
Bro, think about how many people are probably dependent on that man. Like even just away from his kids and like, you know, and their mom and his family, like he's probably taking, you know, fucking Key Glock deactivated his Instagram, deactivated his Twitter.
Everything he has said on Instagram since that shit happened is like, man, you can just tell that Key Glock feeling that shit harder than fucking
anybody, bro. Because think about it, bro. That man changed his whole life.
And since he was a little fucking kid.
Yeah, when I seen that picture of him when he was little with him, I said,
well, I didn't even know that they were linked like that.
Were they cousins? Or
I don't know. I heard that.
I can't remember if they're cousins or.
You know, him and Juice WRLD are cousins?
I know. That's
crazy, right?
Because we've never heard anything about Juice WRLD having any kind of Memphis connections, right?
Bro, isn't that insane?
But I remember hearing that back in the day.
Yeah, like that was crazy when I read that again, that they were cousins.
Bro, that was what fucked me up, is that there was one day at No Jumper where I interviewed Mo 3, and I finished the Mo 3 interview, and then Mo 3's kicking it for maybe an hour afterwards, and he knew Dolph was coming next, and he said, like, yo, is it cool if I kick it and wait for Dolph to pull up, because I would really like to meet him. That's one of my favorite artists. I'm like, yeah, no doubt, chill, hang out. He pulls up, they get a photo together. You know, Mo 3 was dead like a year later, and then Dolph gone too. Like, that fucked me up too, because bro, I had that other day where I interviewed Peep and Combat Jack in the same day, and then they were both dead like a year later.
Bro, I don't know, man. This game we live, man, this game we play it's a dangerous one.
Shit really made me want to stay in the crib, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
For real?
Well, I mean, just like really, like whenever I hear anything like that, I'm like, damn, staying inside.
Staying inside is like,
what a low risk.
But then shit, niggas can run up in your crib too.
Yeah, dirt.
I just had to talk with Duno. I mean, I had to talk with Duno on the show before. You know, when the situation happened with his tongue, I told him, I was like, bro, you're too important now to be hanging around the same places that you're used to and shit like that. For real, you know what I mean? Because that's how you eliminate bullshit. And, you know, one day it could be you know what I'm saying, not thinking about it, and you can leave this earth.
Yeah. Shit's super sad. Do you have any memories of him when he pulled up? Where exactly did you guys shoot the Cut It video?
Oh, in my neighborhood?
And also, can I get an ashtray? Anybody got one?
Hey, yeah, they did. We did the Cut It video in my neighborhood. OT, he needed a place to shoot it, and I was like, shit, nigga, come to the hood.
Did you even know anything about Dolph really at that time, or was he just like a random rapper to you?
No, he was a random rapper.
Why was he even on that song? Was he on that song because OT was like, oh, this guy's popping, I'm gonna get him to turn the record up?
Like OT, like really loved his music back then.
Yeah, me too, because like him and Gucci put out a tape right
That's
before Gucci lost his mind and like got locked up for a few years. right before that was when Gucci co-signed Dolph, as
Yeah.
well as a bunch of other artists that summer. Then Gucci kind of like goes off the map for a few years and then comes back.
No, that tape definitely put Young Dolph on. I didn't know who he was.
Matter of fact, OT used to always play Preach.
Yeah.
And nigga, like we would sing that song word from word and shit too. So I think he just reached out to him, was just like, I fuck with your shit and everything like that. And they did the song. I actually seen an interview about the situation, how the shit happened. So Dolph said that he fucked with him. He said he got the song. He told his homeboy that it's gonna do something. You know what I mean? So OT, he wanted to shoot the video. He was like, I ain't got nowhere to shoot it. And I was like, nigga, come to the hood. You know what I'm saying? So nigga, he came to the hood. All the homies was out. All my homies was they was happy as fuck, bro. They was Dolph came, Dolo. I think he came with what's his artist name? Jay Fizzle.
Jay Fizzle.
He came with Jay Fizzle. I think that's the only person he came with.
Damn.
And yeah, he was down there. He took pictures with all the homeboys.
He didn't bring nobody with him at all?
I think all he brought was Jay Fizzle.
Well, bro, that's why you got to think about it. Like
He didn't have no security or nothing like that.
Yeah.
No, like he didn't.
I mean, when I seen him at that hotel, that's the same thing. He
Yeah, he didn't have no
When he
security.
came to the story, actually, he was doing a media run the whole day. He had some white people with him, and I think they might have had a security guard. Actually, no, I don't know. Maybe not.
But bro, we in the cars, we all around the neighborhood, bro. Like shit was dope as fuck, bro. My homies, but ever since then, once he left, like all the homies started fucking with his shit. You know what I'm saying? I know I personally started listening to his music after that because I was like, man, this nigga real.
He just had like a real way of like keeping his shit simple, but making each bar such like a declarative statement about just how shit was. Like he would just tell you what it was, man.
And even on Empire, bro, like when I found out like what they were doing, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Money Man too. Money Man, Peasy, Young Dolph, you know what I'm saying? They kind of put the battery in my back. I'm like, damn, niggas making real bread off of, doing the independent shit and like drop a lot of music and shit and build a fan base. Shout out to Mozzie too, you know what I'm saying? And Filthy Rich. Like all them niggas, like they really killed the game when it came down to this independent shit.
I got something to say. It's time to get some money, then go spend some money. They stopped me in the airport, had too many Benjis on me. I never had that happen to me, but every day
you can't fly with like
somehow I have that stuck in my head every morning since Dolph died. Because every day it's time to get some money and then time to spend some money. Although realistically, I don't spend almost any money most days. Every day is a day to get some money.
every day, every second.
Rest in peace, Dolph, man. That shit fucking sucks.
Rest in peace to Young
I really
Dolph,
actually like. I mean, I'm not rooting for any potential outcome, I guess, but like, I would love for fucking to know exactly what the fuck happened, who these dudes were, how this shit happened. I don't know. It seems like they are super intent on figuring this one out because it was so fucking big for the city, man.
Yeah, and so many fucking deaths have been happening after that too. Have you been hearing about that?
Crazy
It's been
shit.
hell like Memphis is turning into.
It's hard to tell what's real and what's
Memphis
not, but
been
there's
like that.
definitely
Yeah, I
a
know.
bunch of
I know.
confirmed ones.
It's like a bunch of confirmed shit for sure.
It's not good for Memphis as a whole for like, to lose such an icon like that, man. I really hope it was just, I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
Let's hope it was over some dumb shit.
The way that shit was.
I hope it wasn't the kind of thing, and who knows,
That we
maybe
think
the
it is.
streets out there know what it is, but I hope it's not the kind of thing where it creates huge amounts of killing for years and years to come, because that's
I mean,
always
it seemed like
it's
that's
bad
kinda
enough no
already
matter
was-
what the fuck it is, but it's like you get even more scared that this is just going to be more repetitive over and over and over for who knows how long,
Yeah, I know his family must be going through it too, man.
Jesus Christ, dude, just seeing the pictures of him with his kids really
Yeah.
making me think about the fact that, like, if I died right now, my kid would not even remember me.
That's the fucked up part, right?
That's fucked up.
Like the first thing I saw his girl say is like, "How the fuck am I going to explain to my kids that their dad ain't coming home?"
Yeah, but he's leaving a legacy that his kids are always they always gonna know who
he's
their
gonna
dad
be.
was.
He's gonna be. Yeah, they're gonna be Young Dolph kids.
When you hear about how much
forever.
shit he owned, it's like, damn, like he
Like
fucking
what?
was really doing it. Like he was making a stupid amount of money from independent grind.
Bro,
That's
for
crazy.
reals, bro. When I found out how much like he was, and I don't even know if this is like the real number, but when I found out how much he was making monthly, I was like, what?
Really.
Ridiculous, bro.
off the streaming.
Just off the because he's I'm a part of Empire, and he's like Empire's like he's they
Top.
top. You know what I'm saying? Like him, Money Man, Peasy, Filthy Rich, Mozzie, like them all like top niggas over there. Like
Yeah.
Twitter's so trash for letting that post go viral about Ghazi. There's Twitter as a whole. Everybody who fucking retweeted it.
What
You ain't
is
seen
that?
it? It was like a picture of him with King Von, picture of him with Dolph, and like a picture of him with Mo 3 being like, oh, what a coincidence. Like, people are really sick in the
That's
head.
stupid as fuck.
People are really sick in the head. He's got like hundreds of artists signed to that shit.
It's like you don't think a couple people.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
But
That
all,
shit crazy.
like all those people were like, cause shout out to Ghazi and shout out to Nemo.
I'm sure every single one of those people would tell you that Ghazi had a very, very positive effect on their life and their ability to take care of their family, and had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that they all passed.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like if somebody is a head of your distribution and you got a picture with them, like that's stupid to even people to put that together.
Sure, Ghazi had zero to do with whatever the hell was going on when
dumb
they got
anyway, bro. They say anything.
People literally would look for any type of little connection
just to
on
get 4,000 retweets.
I seen a post today, like it had Dolph, Mo 3, King Von, Tupac, and somebody else. They all had a fucking star ring, and they like connection. They all had that same type of star ring. I'm like, bro, this shit is ridiculous, bro.
Bro, niggas just go to the jeweler and get whatever the fuck they see other people got.
Yeah. Like, oh, wow, like I found a coincidence between these people. Like, this is my time to shine. This tweet's gonna go crazy. Like, and then you just see all these fucking pages reposting anything that goes viral and shit. It's so sad.